The level at which we are in love with a person might be different from the level at which God wants you to love that person. Most times we prevent ourselves from loving a person deeply because we are scared that we will let ourselves become vulnerable to be hurt. We have taken a lot of years to build up walls that we believe that when we love someone more than what we have set as our limit, we might not be able to stand when they leave us broken. We hold back because we still want to be in control, but as much as you want this, God wants more from you. He knows well that you are holding back for a lot of reasons, but there is a bigger picture that He has in stock for you that you cannot see. You must have felt that He wants you to love someone more, but you have been trying to understand the reason why. I know you might think that God wants you to love a person more, just for the sake of the person, but this time around, it's for you. God is not only thinking about the other person, but He has you in His thoughts, and He wants more for you. He wants to teach you how to become more matured at heart, no matter the situation of things. As humans, it is our very nature to be selfish. We are always thinking about how every situation will favor us more, which is good. Trust me, I don't want you to get the wrong idea that God doesn't want you to love yourself more or guard your heart, but God wants you to become more mature in learning how to love another person more, putting the person first, and also learn how to give out freely without expecting anything in return, and this is what maturity in the heart is all about. God uses different means to teach us some things that we need to learn for a bigger picture. God wants to take you to places where you will need to be mature at heart to be able to function well in that field. You need to start with a single person before He knows you are ready for the next phase. Even in marriage, you will need to be very mature at heart to have a successful home. As God is making you love this person more, don't hold back. You might end up doing certain things you never thought that you could do for someone, but because you are becoming mature, He helps you do it anyway. You will learn to be patient as you begin to love this person more. Learn forgiveness and many other things that have to do with making you more matured at heart. If you have been hurt before, loving someone else more than what you can handle is very scary. You become unnecessarily cautious because you don't want what happened to you before to repeat itself. Looking back at what you went through and the loss that you had, you have given up on love and concluded that love is not worth the risk because it's going to end in loss. God says you should love a person more doesn't sit well with you, and the more you look at this person, you are more annoyed, but it's like you cannot help yourself. Beloved, I know exactly how you feel, and you have every reason to be scared. But this time around, it's going to be different, because God is teaching you that loving this person is going to be worth the risk. Love, just like every other business that we want it to succeed in life, is always a risk, but we are most times scared of taking the love risk because we consider it a greater risk. A greater risk because it doesn't just affect your finances, it affects your mental health, it touches your soul, and if it fails, it takes years to be able to recover from. And that's why you are scared, even though you feel it in your heart that God wants you to love this person more. As God wants you to love this person more, He must have seen that the picture that you will have in the end is going to be a beautiful one. If you have handed your relationship life to God, then it's not possible that He will lead you into something that is not going to be good for you. As you begin to love this person more, it might get hard for you because you will constantly be asking yourself if you made the right decision. This person might not be perfect and will make loving him or her difficult, but you can trust God to see you through the process. Love is worth the risk, and you will see your beautiful picture. More so, God might tell you to love a person more because He wants you to teach a person the version of His love. When God wants you to love a person more, it is not only for your benefit or only the other person's benefits. It's for the both of you. When you teach a person a thing, you become better in that particular field. You could be a person that is full of love, and loving someone comes easy for you, but you have realized that this person lacks love inside of him, and your instincts as a human will always remind you to set your limits so that you don't get hurt But as much as you want to protect yourself, God might be calling you to love this person because He wants you to teach and show them what it means to love. The version of God's love is loving someone unconditionally, loving someone knowing well that they don't deserve that love, but you love them regardless. A person might lack the definition of God's love in his or her heart, which makes them cold-hearted. They don't see the need to love someone or even care for them. So life should simply be all about achieving what they want, not minding who gets hurt in the process. They don't also see God's love in their life because of what they had to go through in the hands of people who must have claimed to love. Now imagine God telling you to love such a person more. I know it's going to be hard, but those are the kind of people that God wants you to reach out to. Want you to show them that He loves them regardless of how they are, and you're beloved. It's the person that God has given this great task to. People behave the way they do because of a whole lot of reasons that you might be unable to see, but God sees and knows it all. Bringing you both together was not a mistake. He's intentional about it and knows that you're capable of showing that person His version of love, and to teach this person this, you need to love that person more. God might want you to love a person more because your love might be the only thing stopping the person from giving up on life. People go through difficult times, and during those times, they need someone to show them that they are loved. Depression works very fast when we feel there is nobody out there who is willing to love us for who we are. Love us even in our difficult situation and encourage us that there is a bigger and better future for us. You could be someone's hope if you are willing to love them. The fact that God brought you both together means you are capable of handling them. A person might look okay to you, but God sees when nobody does. You are not going to regret loving this person more because you will be glad of the final results. You will be proud of being there when it all started, and you will be glad that God made you love this person more because of what they turned out to be. Lastly, I also want you to know that it is possible that God might tell you to love someone more because you both are meant to be. They might not look 100% the version of what you want in a partner, but if God is bringing you both together and you feel it in your heart that He wants you to love this person more, then you need to give it a chance. Just like every other choice that we have made, that God has given us the freedom to choose, it always comes down to your choice. Either doing it His way or your way. It's not always because of all this reason that God might want you to love a person more. It could be all or maybe some. Whatever the case may be, I pray that God gives you the spirit of wisdom to know the reason why He wants you to love a person more. I also pray that you receive the grace to choose right. As always, remain blessed.